Hello, all you cosmic creatures. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Gabbie. I'm an empath, I'm a witch, a starseed, a light worker, a light being. No matter what title that I identify myself as, I'm just a soul, a cosmic creature, just like you, in a human vessel in this meat sack. I'm just another essence of energy that volunteered to come here to Gaia to help guide my soul group, my soul family through this ascension energy shifts that is going on right now. I'm here to help guide you through the awakening. I'm also here to download you with my light codes. I was born with certain specific light codes. It's in my DNA, just like you were born with your own specific light codes. So long story short, I don't just exist, okay? I'm here for a purpose. Everybody's here for a purpose. And my purpose is, well, my purpose is being alive. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. Although many of us hear the call of our inner desires, our dreams, it's often difficult to find the path forward to our own awakening. That's why I created this YouTube channel. It's a platform that I can use to share my experiences with you guys, to share my information and my light codes. Learning to explore deeply is one of the key qualities of living a truly expressed and fulfilled life. We as the collective, the mass collective, feel a call to something greater than ourselves, though many of us may not know why. When you learn to explore yourself more deeply, you start to uncover your true power. You start to uncover your gifts. You're able to find meaning in your past failures and come to believe in yourself again. That is when you become powerful beyond belief. The moon is a perfect time for releasing. It's a perfect time to find yourself. Something that no longer serves you. Letting go of something that you no longer need in your life. It's an opportunity to let go of an aspect of yourself that you have outgrown. Combined with the energy of the lunar eclipse on the full moon that's going to be happening in the next couple days on July 27th, 2018, will be an extremely powerful time for starting again and setting your intentions for the next 6 months to come. This is a time of leaving what is safe and comfortable in order to grow more fully into yourself. Eclipses are harbingers of change. They usher in evolution. At a lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth falls across the face of the moon, bringing unconscious feelings to the surface, grounding them in reality. Lunar eclipses are culminations of emotional cycles that have run their course, and they encourage us to let go of emotions and attachments that are no longer serving us. Lunar eclipses are viewed in astrology as being deeply transformative times that can bring an abrupt and sudden change. While this is true, there's another side to eclipses that's more important to remember. Eclipses are like the cosmic helping hand of the universe. So imagine that the energy of an eclipse is like the universal hand that kind of reaches down from the heavens and puts you where you need to be. The good thing about eclipses is that generally you can trust the direction they're guiding you in. Eclipses bring out events that are part of this cosmic plan. These are important times for you to start thinking about your life. For instance, who do you need to forgive in your life? Or what do you need to let go of and move on from? Eclipses are rare because they can only take place when the sun and the earth and the moon are all aligned. They always happen in groups of 2 or 3. A lunar eclipse happens when the moon and the sun are on the exact opposite sides of the earth. Now, endings are necessary. If you're into numerology, the date of the 27th of July in numerology equals 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And 9 in numerology is the ending of something, the ending of a cycle. How interesting is that? That this lunar eclipse is on the 27th. That equals 9. That is in numerology symbolic to endings. Okay, going into something new. You're ending something. And a lunar eclipse or a full moon is a time when you should end something, release something, let go of something which no longer serves you. How interesting is that? So in order to make a way for the new, a lunar eclipse is like the final purge. If something needs to be gone or let go out of your life, if something needs to come to an end, an eclipse can help to kind of guide you or set the wheels in motion. Now, the 27th of July is the ending of all things that did not serve you, and it will move into a cycle of good fortune, happiness, enlightenment, something that is positive. Okay, so you're letting go of something that is kind of time, it's time to let it go. It's bringing you down, so you need to let it go. So you could raise your vibration so you can welcome the new into your life. You see, when one door closes, another door opens. But if you don't allow that door to close, how can you expect another one to open for you? It's a time of embracing change and honoring life. Honor your life. Honor life in general. Honor the earth. This is a time to honor the life cycle. Every single full moon brings a chance to embrace changes, let go, and cultivate greater connection with the divine. Now, I believe that we can experience connection with the divine by simply being mindful and present. Be in the moment, in the now. To the cycles of nature, the seasons, and life that's all around us. Just embrace and acknowledge everything about you, around you. Touching it, smelling it, seeing it, being in the moment of it. When you're walking outside and you see a flower, don't just look at the flower. Stop and really look at that flower. Look at the detail. Pay attention to the detail. Smell that flower. Touch that flower. Look around the area which this flower grew in. Spend time in the moment and honor nature. Honor it, because without nature and all her beauty, we wouldn't be here. Now, by developing a spiritual practice that is founded in earth-based wisdom and honoring the cycles of the moon and seasonal cycles of change and growth, we can live in greater peace and harmony in our daily lives. Now, the full moon is the time to release attachments or blocks and barriers to our worthiness and open ourselves to greater abundance and inspiration. Whatever you needed to let go of, whatever changes that you needed to make, an eclipse on the full moon can help you to release and let go and open yourself up to something new. Doing a small personal ritual on the full moon lunar eclipse. Side note here, you don't have to be a certain title to do a ritual on the full moon. So you don't have to be a Wiccan, a witch, a warlock, or anything like that to do a ritual. Okay, you guys, it's a small personal ritual that you're doing. It's kind of like, when you say a mantra to yourself, you're doing it for yourself. You don't have to be a certain title to do these things. I just want to let you guys know that, okay? So doing a small personal ritual on the full moon lunar eclipse, like something simple, lighting a candle. It doesn't matter if it's a white candle, a green candle, a black candle, a blue candle. It could just be any kind of a candle, okay? Just set an intention. So light a candle, or, you know, you could do something like writing an intention down on paper, and then once you're done with that, fold it up and burn it. I like to do this outside. I like to light a candle outside and write down my intentions. I like to write down on paper what I want to release, what I'm letting go of, and then I kind of write something positive that I'm expecting to receive after I let go of what I'm releasing. And then I fold it up and I burn it, and then I place it in a bowl. I actually have a little iron pot that I burn stuff in, so I just do this outside because it's a little bit safer. Or you can even do this over a bonfire. If you're outside, you could do that. It doesn't have to be a candle. You can be outside and you could do this in a group. You could do this as a family. You can all sit around the fire and you could write your intentions down on paper and you can burn them in the fire pit. Easy peasy, you guys. Again, you do not have to be a certain title to do these things, to do these rituals. You do not have to be a witch or a Wiccan or a warlock or anything along those lines. So writing these intentions down on paper and burning it, it can help you to engage the energies of release and usher in these new changes. The energy of this lunar eclipse will last until around mid-August, and it will open up a new gateway of energy that is productive, that is active, that is positive. Change is constant. We talk about growth and change and letting go of what no longer serves us with hope. But the reality is, change is uncomfortable and it can bring up a lot of fear of the unknown. It's because we like things that are familiar and comfortable. Even our worst habits can be serving us in some way by keeping us small and comfortable. Real change requires us to be conscious of our emotions and feelings. We can step into a new way of being by honoring and recognizing ourselves and the natural rhythm of life. Change is good. Embrace the change. Good things can come out of change, even when it seems like it's a horrible, bad situation. I mean, like horrible bad. And you think everything is just falling apart all around you. It's falling apart for a reason. And sometimes when it's really, really bad for you, it's because it may have been the universe's way of pushing you into the change is when it feels really bad. Because maybe throughout this whole journey of your life, maybe the universe has been dropping little hints about these changes and you either didn't see them or you ignored them, so it was brought to you abruptly, okay? But just know that change is good. Change doesn't happen and then things go bad. No. Change happens and things eventually get better. Just trust what is unfolding in your life as natural to the cycles of transformation and change, and just know that it's all for a higher purpose. Just trust that it's all for a higher purpose. Although each lunar eclipse can, have its own energetic effects and astrological meaning, they also have the ability to stir things up on, a physical, emotional, and on a soul level as well. One of the reasons the moon is a symbol for the feminine is because it works in tandem with the menstrual cycles. Some women are on the cycle of the new moon, and some women are on the cycle of the full moon. The moon is also believed to affect your hormones, which is why some people can feel extra emotional or even sensitive during a full moon. And you don't have to be a female to feel, hormonal, just to let you know. The moon has also been linked to creativity and the gift of intuition. Whenever there is strong lunar activity, it always creates the right vibration and environment for working on creative projects and strengthening your intuitive and psychic gifts. When this creative energy is not used, or if your body has been under stress, a lunar eclipse can actually create feelings of agitation, frustration, tiredness, anxiety, or just a general feeling of feeling off. Lunar eclipses can also mess with your sleep schedule. It can mess with your sleep cycle, and it can make it really difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep throughout the whole night. To counteract these physical symptoms, it's important to understand what signs the cosmos are trying to show you during the eclipse. Tuning in and expressing your creativity by doing some releasing work, exercising, dancing, yoga, and getting plenty of rest. Drink plenty of water. All of this can help to balance out your body. Practice lots of self-love, self-care. Take a Epsom salt bath or a Himalayan salt bath. Pamper yourself, massage yourself, touch yourself, rub your feet, paint your toes. Just take care of yourself, love yourself, pamper yourself, and visualize a white healing light all around you. That can also help in the healing process as well. Working with crystals is also a good way to help temper sensitive or frustrated energy that the eclipse may bring in. Any white, blue, pink, or purple crystals tend to work really well with lunar energy. However, trust and follow your own intuition when picking the perfect crystal to work with. My favorite crystals are all of them, but for real, my personal favorite crystals are Herkimer crystals, I love quartz crystals, and I love selenite crystals. Everyone's going to feel the effects differently. We are all on separate paths. We are all on a different journey, okay? So we are all going to integrate this lunar energy a little bit differently than other people. And everyone will be called to walk in slightly different directions under this energy. Lunar eclipses are turning points. They are points of rebirth. They are points of highly concentrated female energy. And all of this allows us to go within and work out our highest truth. Lunar eclipses always put you where you need to be. I said this in the beginning of the video. Lunar eclipses always put you where you need to be. They always guide you in the right directions, and they always reveal to you exactly what you need to know for where you are heading. You are always where you need to be. Even if it doesn't feel right and you're there, it's because that's where you need to be. You are releasing light codes around you. When you go to the store, when you go to the school to pick up your kid, when you go for a walk around the block, no matter where you go, no matter where you live, you're there for a reason. You are there because that's where you're supposed to be. You have a purpose, and your purpose is these light codes that you have. So just by standing next to somebody as you're crossing the street, you're releasing these light codes and you don't even know it. So just always remember, you are where you need to be. You are where you're supposed to be. Even if it doesn't feel right, you are where you're supposed to be. And when the time comes for you to be somewhere else, the universe will guide you there. Embrace the energy of this lunar eclipse. Use its power to clear, to release, and to reflect in the waters of your own heart and soul. Here's a mantra that seems pretty fitting or appropriate for this lunar eclipse purge. Say this to yourself. I embrace all upgrades appropriate for me under the protection of my higher self. I'll put that mantra down below. I embrace all upgrades appropriate for me under the protection of my higher self. Say this to yourself as you embrace the lunar energies. Also, real quick, I'd like to mention, for those of you that are into numerology, I'm offering numerology reports for only $11. Now, the reports that I do, other people usually charge up to $30 for this report. I'm only charging $11. I'll put all the information below in the description area on how to purchase a report. I do a full report. It will include things like your life path, your life determining number. That number is the most important number. It will tell you about your characteristic. Whether you believe it or not, your life story began before you were born, before you even came here. Your life story was already written for you, okay? And you can find all this information out in numerology just by using your name and your nickname and a few other things, but your name. Isn't that amazing? This report will also include your birthday number meaning. It provides a lot of information about who you are and in what areas your talents are. Your date of birth indicates some really special abilities that you possess. Your karmic depth number, if you have karmic depth in your life. Some people do, some people don't. I will tell you your heart number, your personality, everything, all just by your name. It's about a 10 to 12 page report, and it's only $11. So if you're interested, all the information is going to be below in the description area, and you can purchase it through PayPal. Remember, we are not physical beings having a spiritual experience, you guys. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. Much love and light. Bye.